Can one man, or even one location, be a magnet for the UFO phenomenon? The answer may lie in Portsmouth, England, where a dedicated researcher has compiled what is arguably the largest UFO footage archive in the world. But how did he do it, and why? Find out in this fascinating Paranormal TV Truth Be Told story of Anthony Woods. Beginning in 2001, Anthony Woods began noticing anomalous objects appearing in the skies over his home in Portsmouth, England. He decided to purchase a camcorder in order to film these UFOs. On countless occasions, Anthony witnessed these anomalous objects and captured them on video, often in the company of others. As each month passed, the objects would take on different forms. They would linger for several minutes at a time, or they would even appear as large fleets. And as the years went on, Anthony's archive of UFO footage would grow to well over 100 hours of footage. Little did he know when he began filming, Anthony would capture more UFOs on camera than any other person on the planet. Most importantly, the bulk of Anthony's footage was shot during the daytime, and as opposed to other blurry and hard to see UFO footage, Anthony would capture clear images. So clear, in fact, it would even baffle the experts. But why Anthony Woods? And why were these UFOs making repeated visits to this part of the world? These were only a couple of the questions that were posed when Leeds, England-based UFO magazine researchers paid a visit to Anthony to find out what truly was going on. He had hours upon hours of footage to show. But most importantly, Anthony began talking about his deeply personal experiences and encounters. To the surprise of the researchers in the field, Anthony's encounters did not begin in adulthood, but as a child.
When I was a young boy, aged 8, back in 1972, happened on a bright, clear morning, November morning, a few puffy clouds about. Me and some friends were playing out in the street when all of a sudden my attention was turned towards the sky. I looked up, saw this round silver metallic object with portholes around the middle. I looked round to see where my friends had gone for a second, looked back again, and the object had gone. I mean, after the sighting in 1972, when I was aged 8, I had a lot of recurring dreams about the phenomena, about UFOs. Even though I didn't know what it meant, I didn't know what UFOs really were and that. But I did have recurring dreams right through to adulthood. It touched me when I was really young, aged 8. And it seemed to, even though I had the recurring dreams, and inside I was, you know, wanted to find the answers, what it was all about. Through the teenage years, you know, it didn't really affect me deeply, even though it was in the back of my mind all the time. But it wasn't until I was in mid-20s, when I met my future wife now, that the next experience really started for me again. The UFO question came back to me again, and it all started up again. I think my next experience to do with UFOs happened in 1996. It was in May 1996, probably about 10:30, 11:15, at my parents' home. Opened the back door to the garden to let the dog out. Noticed the dog hesitated going out, cowered back from the door, so I quickly looked out to see why she wouldn't go out, and directly to the left of me, over the rooftops, an object came gliding over. Massive, easily 30, 40 feet, silent, 50 feet above the rooftop. I was shocked, couldn't believe what it was. I just watched it as it glided gracefully and quietly over the rooftops, heading up towards Portsdown Hill. As it got into the distance, it became just a small ball of light, and it was really shocking. It really shook me up seeing this. And the next night, after that, I talked to my family about it. I told my wife, I said it's just amazing. And the next night, I opened the door up, probably about 9 o'clock again. Opened the door up, and there was a bright light really high up in the sky, but it was massive. This light was massive, dead still. I watched it for about 20 seconds, and it was just dead still. Then all of a sudden, this light started to move very slowly. I just watched it, and I cowered in the door a bit because it's quite a big light, and eventually it just seemed to move off. I just watched it go into the distance.